So the Avs got bopped. A large part of me wants to end the video right there, but let's at least go over the highlights. Avs lose to the Boston Bruins 5-1.
Alex Newhook!
Oh boy.
Whoa!
If we're being honest, the Avs just never had it in this game. They got completely dominated for the entire thing, and it was never really close. This is a lot like what the Avs do to other teams on a fairly regular basis. The Avs were on the other side of it. And if this wasn't a one-off, you'd probably have more concerns about it. But in this game, sometimes things go bad. Every team has a handful of losses like this every year. This was just one for the Avs. It was all bad. I'll break down the goals, but there's not really a whole lot of reason to go more in-depth than that on this one. The Avs get crushed in the first period, shots 21-9, and late in the first, they give up the first goal of the game. Logan O'Connor is going to win possession cleanly here. This puck should be up and out of the zone easily. He opts to throw this puck across to Cale Makar, and this seems like a fairly reasonable pass. It doesn't seem that bad, but Makar just misplays it or catches a bad bounce. I'm not sure exactly what, but it skips off of his stick and into the corner where he has to try and collect it, and then is getting pressured by two Boston players, forcing him to try and chip the puck out. He does not put a good chip on this puck. It doesn't get anywhere near out of the zone, and suddenly Boston is charging in through the zone as the Avs are trying to get back, but it's a bit of a mess with Makar out high, Logan O'Connor in deep, and then you have Helm and Girard on the other side. The pass comes right across, and you don't have Girard making an interception. It gets through cleanly, walking in. This puck's already in the back of your net. The Avs just made a mess of having a puck in the D zone the entire night. It would only get much, much worse from there. The second period, the Avs at least felt involved in the game, which was better than the first period, but not by a ton, and once it became 2-0, it very quickly started to feel like the Avs didn't have it. A whiffed pass from Boston just kind of floats through the middle here, and the Avs fail to get their stick on it initially, and then the second attempt is a weak poke by Jack Johnson. I understand he's under pressure here, but maybe one extra half step, even anything to get a little bit more muscle on this puck, and you can get it out of the zone pretty cleanly. Instead, it's a weak poke to Berkey, who gets caught with his momentum going a little bit the wrong direction here, so he gets beat by the pinch up high. Not great recognition from anyone on the Avs there in controlling the puck, and now, once again, you're scrambling in your own zone. You know you're in trouble. Girard full commits to the lie down here. Does his best, but this pass just gets through him. It is what it is. You have a little bit of an overcommit on the back check from Kadri because Jack Johnson got caught out high, committing to trying to make up for his initial error, and that's a puck that ends up in the back of your net after a two-attempt opportunity for Bergeron. The only real significant positive from this game is the Avs did manage to get a power play goal to bring this game back to within one, at least momentarily. The Avs put MacKinnon in the bumper spot on this power play and flip their favorite play because MacKinnon is a right-handed shot. So they set up the short bumper pass from Mikko to MacKinnon, and MacKinnon eventually makes it count. Nothing complicated here, nothing you haven't seen before, but MacKinnon, that is a great shot. Now, this could have been a moment, if the Avs were playing better, maybe would have been a moment that starts things going the right direction, that gets the Avs back into the game, and then you see a quality hockey game from here on out. But that's not what happened. The Avs continued to get beat in almost every single facet of the game, and it didn't even take 2 minutes for Boston to get their 2-goal lead back. So before this clip, McDermott had iced a puck unnecessarily. The Avs lose the face-off, and it falls apart very quickly off of a set play from Boston. Boston works the puck from the high point back down and low, and then back out high to the middle, and you're going to see Tyson Jost get kind of caught covering nothing here. With one forward out covering high, you get Tyson Jost circling back in deep behind Curtis McDermott. So McDermott is the one who has to step up here. Berkey is a little bit behind the play, but he's also trying to cover this guy in the back door. It's Tyson Jost here who is not covering anything. Tyson Jost needs to get out high to try and cover his man. Instead, he's caught in no man's land, and the Avs get beat. Maybe there's some universe where the Avs figure it out and come back from here. They did it to Boston not that long ago, coming back from the 3-1 deficit, but less than a minute after that goal, Boston made it 4-1, and you knew it was done. Mikko and Gabe show that the Avs just aren't engaged in this hockey game. As Mikko goes back to have a puck battle, he's super soft and just lets Boston take the puck away. Then Gabe gets in and just kind of flails at the puck a couple of times instead of going hard, using his body, collecting it, and making it work. Because he tries that, Boston's able to hold the puck in the zone. The Avs all get caught going the wrong way. There's guys in behind him. It happens to be Jake DeBrusk, who is all alone and just barely trickles one through Darcy Kuemper. Just to get to our official full score, Boston gets a meme of a power play goal to make it 5-1 in the third. A nice seam pass from Boston is going to lead to a terrible shot that misses the net off of the end glass, bounces out, you can see it coming off the wall here, right to Charlie Coyle. Kuemper isn't sure where it is off the end glass, so he slides back to cover his crease, and Coyle just throws a backhand up towards Kuemper, and it goes perfectly off of him and in. Sometimes it's not your night. I don't think it's incorrect to say that everyone on the Avs could play better than they did in that game, every single player, and they just didn't have it. So if that's it, they have one game where nobody has it and everything goes wrong, fine. Not going to overthink this one. If they start into a losing skid, that's a different conversation. So this video isn't that complicated. The Avs played terribly. As long as they don't do it again, it's no big deal. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to the DNVR for all of our coverage. I'm Rudo, and I put in as much work to this video as the Avs did to this hockey game.
Lunchtime, come on, grab your friends. We're going to the playoffs again with